Hey everyone, it's Marcy, and I wanted to share with you some of our whiskeys that we have on special right now at All Star that I think are probably well worth your attention. You're getting great quality out of all of them, exceptional whiskey at an amazing All Star price, and who can be upset about that? So, these are three that you may or may not have heard of. The first one is Trails End. Most of you have heard of Pendleton, especially if you're coming out of Oregon and Washington. This is actually the Hood River Distilleries. This is kind of their first foray into the bourbon world. So, they sourced Kentucky bourbon. They aged it in Oregon oak, and then they finished it off with some spring-fed glacier water out of Hood River. So it's got a little bit of Oregon and the best of Kentucky, and clearly they did a great job, which most of you are aware they do a nice job when it comes to a lot of their products. But this one has been double gold rated. It's also been gold rated. It's got a 95 out of 100 rating from an ultimate recommendation from the Spirits Journal. So you're getting a really great quality bourbon, and you're not going to break the bank on this one. Break the bank, I think, on that one. And then Bastille is another whiskey that is not well known. This is actually a whiskey out of France, and some people are like, "What whiskey France? I don't even know what you're talking about." Well, the gentleman who decided to take on this ambitious project comes from a very prestigious family. His mother and father are both well known in the spirits industry. They own a very famous vineyard. His father was a very famous master distiller. He spent his time learning distilling techniques in Scotland, and when he decided to create a whiskey, he decided to source his wheat and his barley from northern France. For those of you who are Scotch drinkers, you're probably aware that in Scotland, the barley that's most sought after for like high-end scotches comes out of northern France. So he went kind of for the best quality that he could find, whether it was the wheat and the barley or the water source, and then decided to use a combination of different woods in order to age the product. And so you have a variety of different woods, including Limousin oak. And for those of you who are not familiar with Limousin oak, usually it's used in aging cognacs. And the Limousin oak has a tendency where American oak, you will get, like when the oak for bourbons, you're going to get more vanilla, more toffee, more caramel, more of that kind of flavor out of it. The Limousin oak tends to give more baking spices, so they're a little warmer, a little drier. You get the clove, the cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice. You get notes of like an orange marmalade to it. It's fantastic. It's 94 point rated out of 100. And again, you're getting a fantastic quality whiskey, and you're just not paying, you're just not breaking the bank, which we love. And that's kind of what, when I was looking at these bourbons, I thought, these whiskeys, I thought, here are three whiskeys that most people don't actually realize that they should have in their bar, but they should. And they're going to be thrilled because they're not going to be spending a bunch of money for it. The Redemption Rye is the rye whiskey I wanted to talk to you about. Kind of an interesting story. Two guys who'd been veterans in the spirits industry. They were kind of met each other randomly at a conference, started commiserating over the ups and downs of being in the liquor industry, and their love of whiskey. And they decided that they were going to start a whiskey company together. They started Redemption. They have a Redemption bourbon. They also did Redemption Rye. In order to create the rye, they went to Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which, if you're familiar with whiskey at all, especially rye whiskey, you probably know it's in Lawrenceburg. It's like the mecca of rye whiskey in the United States because it is the home of MPG distilleries. MPG produces a large number of ryes. You probably know them under a variety of names, including Templeton and Bulleit. But MPG was Whiskey Advocate's 2015 Distillery of the Year, and with good reason. They do a phenomenal product, and they've been doing it for 170 years. They're fantastic at it. So Redemption went with them and created this 92 proof rye whiskey that's really got a bold flavor. Ryes tend to be a little spicier, a little drier, get a little fruitiness to them. Makes really great Manhattans and also really good old fashions. So again, all three of these are a fantastic whiskey at a fantastic value here at All Star. Hope you'll come in and try one of them, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.